Hey, welcome back. In this quick video, I'm going to talk about one of the most famous Kramer paint jobs, flip-flop colors, and cover a couple of ones that get easily confused. So the easy one first, flip-flop blue. This is a blue with kind of like a pink purpley undertone. It's a very, very cool color. In this case on a Pacer Deluxe, which is kind of like the one seen in the 17 by Winger music video. That's a pretty famous Kramer that Red Beach played. And I'm kind of turn it here in the light a little bit. You can see that it sort of changes between those multiple color undertones. And note that not only American guitars had these paint jobs, sometimes the Focus or F-Series guitars, like I talked about in the last video, also came in these paint jobs. And I'll try to do, I'll put a couple more clips of this one just so you can see what it looks like. But it's a really, really cool paint job, and it's one where when you take a picture, especially if you're using like a flash, it comes out very flat, sort of matte sky blue color. But when you actually hold it in your hands, and you look really, really closely, you can see there's a lot of like sparkle undertone to this color. So it's really, really dynamic and cool looking, especially, you know, in person. So that's a really cool color. Let me set that one down. So the next one I have is Flip Flop Pink, also in a Pacer Deluxe. The pink color, the flip-flop side is actually blue underneath. So as you turn it, it gets this sort of purpley blue sheen to it. Hopefully that comes across well. I'll do the same thing with some clips. It's hard to make these come out just right, but you can sort of see that there's like a sort of bluish hue to that in the light. And this one gets confused all the time with the other flip-flop color, which is flip-flop red. So without going into too much detail, basically like the light in the room and what camera is used to take the picture, it's really, really hard to tell the difference between flip-flop pink and flip-flop red. So a lot of times there are things on the internet where they're listed as one or the other, and it's wrong. But when you actually hold them in person, especially if you're lucky like me and you own two of them, you can hold them both side by side. So let me grab flip-flop red. Use another Deluxe here to make it easy. So you can see here, it's very clearly more red than pink. But you know, if these were both listed for sale by two different people and the picture is taken in different rooms with a different camera and different lighting, they might look really similar, and you know, that's why they get listed differently. Let me set this one back down. So the flip-flop red, instead of a sort of it still has that blue undertone, but the solid color is way more magenta sort of thing. So this is actually one of my favorite colors. I, by mostly random chance, happen to own a whole bunch of flip-flop red Kramers, and that flip-flop pink one is the only flip-flop pink one that I have. But still, they're similar but different enough that, you know, I think I could make an excuse to own both. And then the last flip-flop color, is flip-flop white. And this one, it's very, very hard to see in pictures. So hopefully it comes across well on the camera. But basically, this one's kind of faded down to a little bit more of a cream color. But the way you can tell the difference between a cream or white Kramer and a flip-flop white Kramer, if you look at it and kind of turn it in the light, you can see these sort of, there's a second layer of paint underneath the main color, and it gives off kind of like a pinkish, orangey pinkish hue. So that's how you can tell the difference between that one. I'll definitely have to record a couple of clips of that one up close so you can really tell, because it's hard to see on the camera here. And then one other thing, this color also gets confused not only with just plain cream or white Kramers, but it also gets confused with the color champagne. And I have a champagne Kramer as well. So if we put those side by side, you can see this one is flip-flop white, this is champagne, and they're very, very different. There's a clear difference in color between these two. And the flip-flop one, like I said, when you hold it up close, you can look and see there's sort of like a texture underneath the clear coat that has like a certain color change, whereas the champagne does not have that. It is just a solid metallic job. It's just a plain single color. There's no sort of secondary color hues in this guitar. So that's all of the flip-flop colors that Kramer guitars have, and I hope this comparison helps somebody out, and good luck out there. Thanks for watching.